Aisha, right now we are following some breaking news, taking you live up to Chicago. This is a live look outside a nightclub where we have learned 19 people were shot and 4 of those victims have died, we're told. This is in the River North neighborhood, the area there in Chicago, if you're familiar with that part of town. According to our NBC affiliate in Chicago, they say the shooting happened outside this nightclub. We are still working to learn more information. We'll bring you the very latest just as soon as we learn it.
Hey, squad, we need more ambos out here. We don't have nearly enough.
I heard a lot of gunfire, and then the next thing you know is a whole bunch of police officers driving by fast, ambulance, fire and rescue. It was telling us, trying to hold the crowd, 12 people.
Yeah, traumatized. I mean, it's just, I'm just shook.
Chicago, a city known for its skyline and its shadows. Just past 11 p.m. on a warm summer night, laughter echoed off the walls of a River North lounge. The crowd was thick, young, vibrant, and alive. It was a celebration, an album release, music blaring, drinks flowing, an album release event for the rising star Mello Buckzz. Then, everything stopped. One moment, joy, the next, chaos. Outside the Artiste Lounge on West Chicago Ave, a crowd had gathered, smiles, hugs, phones out, a night to remember. But from the shadows, something was watching. Witnesses say a dark-colored vehicle crept toward the curb, its headlights off, no warning. A burst of light, then another, then another. A rain of gunfire exploded into the crowd. Screams pierced the air. People ran, others fell. 18 shot, 4 didn't get back up. The car vanished into the night, leaving only silence and blood.
We have some breaking news at 5. 18 people are shot in River North, leaving a club after an album release party. At least 4 of those victims have died. You are watching CBS News Chicago. Good morning, everybody. I'm Dana Kozlov.
And I'm Adrena Sinclair. We want to get you right to the scene where this all took place overnight. Our Darius Johnson live here along Chicago and Orleans. And Darius, we understand this was a drive-by shooting. What else are we learning about this?
Hey there, ladies. Good morning to you. I have information coming in by the minute from a city source. That city source confirms to me that 3 shooters pulled up in a black SUV and opened fire as people were leaving an album release party, as many of them were pouring out of this lounge. Take a look behind me right now. This morning, 5 hours after the shooting, you can still see police here at the scene as firefighters just finished cleaning up the scene. It was a lot of debris that was left outside here from when a lot of people scattered overnight. Now I want you to take a look at the video into our newsroom overnight. You could see Chicago Avenue blocked with crime scene tape and police. All of this happening just before midnight at Artist Lounge on Chicago Avenue. A city source at the scene tells us this was an album listening party for a female Chicago rapper known as Mello Buckzz. Witnesses tell us as people were leaving the lounge, a black SUV with multiple shooters inside pulled up and opened fire. 18 people in total were shot, and we're told most of them are women. You could see some of those injured being wheeled around by medics. Many of them were taken to various hospitals. We now know 4 of them have died. 2 died at Northwestern, 2 others died at Stroger Hospital. The condition of the rapper who was hosting the party is unknown at this time, and this scene is very chaotic with a lot of victims and several officers who are trying to process the scene as EMTs tend to nearly 24 who were shot. You can see shattered glass, ropes, and clothes scattered along the front of the lounge, and at one point, you can see 2 ladies hugging one another as police swarmed the crime scene. Then you could see the crime scene technicians gathering photos at the scene, even inside the lounge. Here's what one woman had to say last night.
Traumatized. I'm shook.
What'd you hear happening?
Again, we are told that SUV pulled up, opened fire, and took off. We're also told that there are at least 3 shooters at this time. None of those people are in custody at this time, and it's unclear exactly why someone shot up this party. Again, we're told that 18 people were shot, 4 of them died, 2 at Stroger, 2 at Northwestern, and we are still texting with that city official right now. I'm getting information that's still coming in at this time. We're still trying to learn more information to see if there will be a press conference at this time. There doesn't appear that there will be one this morning, so we still have many questions going into Chicago police and other city officials at this time.
This wasn't a random crowd. There were friends, artists, sisters, lovers. The party was for Mello Buckzz, a rising voice in Chicago's hip-hop scene. Her boyfriend and best friend never made it home. Taylor Walker, 26, a hairstylist. Aviance Drexler, 27, a healthcare worker. They were just there to support her, and they were gunned down. Devontae Williamson, Leon Henry, young men with futures, gone in seconds. But why? Why them? The street outside Artis looked like a battlefield. Shoes, phones, a red carpet stained and rolled up by dawn. First responders rushed between the fallen, pulling victims to ambulances as loved ones screamed their names.
The latest on that overnight mass shooting.
Again, at least 4 people are dead, 14 others are hurt. Let's go straight out to Nate Rogers, who joins us live right outside the club where this happened in River North. Nate?
Anthony, good morning to you, Natalie. I tell you, this was a god-awful tragedy here in River North. A very chaotic scene from what we're hearing from witnesses here at the venue, but also at the hospital. We do know, confirmed by Chicago police, that 18 people were shot, 4 people killed. The victims' ages range from 21 to 31 years old. Take a look at this video, guys, from overnight. Here's what we know. Police tell us a dark-colored vehicle drove past the location. Someone pulled out a gun and started shooting at a large crowd that was standing outside. Many people seen running for cover. Now, at this hour, it is unknown if there were multiple shooters. We do know the sidewalk remains littered with blood, shoes, and clothing. The shooting happened outside Artis Restaurant and Lounge, which recently opened here at 311 West Chicago Avenue just after 11 o'clock last night. We've learned that local artist Mello Buckzz had a listening party at this location prior to this incident. We spoke to street pastor Donovan Price, who was at the scene moments after those gunshots rang out. He also visited multiple hospitals where victims were taken. Here's more from witnesses.
First I've seen just, you know, people wanting to find their other people, find who was alive, finding who was, you know, where their phones were, because they dropped them in the chaos, so they couldn't even couldn't even find their car keys. It's something that you wouldn't expect to find in the city. We have a lot of shootings, but nothing like this.
It's really sad what's going on out here. The community needs to step up. Obviously, this is not just taking place on the south and west side of the black and brown communities. This is happening all over, including downtown on the north side. It's going to take all of us to save us.
Now, a little bit more about those victims who lost their lives. We know that they are a woman who was shot in the chest, another woman who was shot in the chest as well. We also received word that there were 2 men, ages 24 and 25 years old, who were shot in the chest and had lost their lives. The Dunkin' Donuts, guys, actually, that you see behind me, it remains closed right now as crews are trying to repair glass that was shattered as a result of the shooting. You can actually see some of the shattered glass on the ground right now. We do know detectives were out here, and they will be back out here canvassing the neighborhood looking for surveillance video, as apparently there are multiple surveillance cameras in this area. The latest from Chicago police is that there are no suspects in custody, but again, 18 people shot overnight, 4 people killed following a listening party here in River North. We do know that their victims remain hospitalized, some in good condition, others in critical condition. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story and keep you updated on air and online in River North. Nate Rogers, Fox 32 Chicago.
Nate, thank you. And Gabriela Primus is live at Northwestern Hospital, where several of the victims were taken after the shooting. What is the latest there, Gabby?
You know, Natalie, we're just arriving within the last 10 minutes, but we were able to gather a lot of information. We're outside of Northwestern Hospital here, and as Nate most likely mentioned, 2 males and 2 females lost their lives as a result of this mass shooting. And according to family members here at Northwestern Hospital, it was a daughter and a niece that was very loved, 26-year-old Taylor Walker. I believe we have a picture that we can bring up of her that her aunt was able to share of us that lost her life. She went to Mello Buckzz release party, a fan group that her family told us is really like a family, that fan group. Taylor was one of the women who lost her life after this release party. Her family, they got the call around 11:30, and they haven't left Northwestern yet. They chose not to talk on camera. Her mother is now away from the scene, and they want her to be present when they do address the cameras. When they first arrived, there was a scene of hundreds of people last night around 11:30, including family and friends of the victims. They said that Northwestern reportedly wasn't very helpful with getting information about Taylor, but they said they knew people who were sent, or family of people who were sent to Stroger Hospital, who got a lot of information more quickly. So what we know right now, many people were sent here to Northwestern as well as Stroger. We're hoping to get their stories on camera so that we can share it with all of you. A really tragic situation here, but we're here to report some more information, so we'll gather that for you. I'll send it back to you for now.
Gabby, thanks so much.
At hospitals across the city, families waited, hoping for good news that never came. One mother whispered prayers, another demanded answers. I've already buried 2 children, please don't take my baby too. But the city had already decided, 4 gone, 4 families shattered, and no one in custody.
Yeah, Christian, we've been speaking with devastated families all morning long, and we're here when some received the heartbreaking news that their loved one did not survive.
I done buried 2 children. I'm not trying to lose my daughter. I just ask God, please let me know if my baby okay, please.
About an hour after sharing that heartbreaking plea, Sharonda Booth was told her 26-year-old daughter, Taylor Walker, didn't make it.
My baby 26 years old, she ain't never been through no violence like this.
Walker, a hairstylist from the South Side, is one of 4 people who were killed, 14 others injured, when someone started shooting after a mixtape release party ended in River North. CPD Director of Community Policing Glenn Brooks was at Northwestern Hospital comforting family members this morning. Other victims were taken to Mount Sinai, Illinois Masonic, and Stroger Hospital. That's where Kelvin White's niece, Aviance Drexler, was treated before she, too, died from her injuries.
You can't make this up, you couldn't script this, I just saw her last night right before the party. She was all dressed up, smiling, happy, excited. And, now here we are today, this morning. It's devastating.
Drexler was married and worked in healthcare, her uncle tells us. Her sister was also injured at the launch party shooting and is still being treated at Stroger.
This was a group of females that, for whatever reason, were targeted. And they were doing nothing but just trying to enjoy themselves.
Absolutely devastating. And both of those victims, we were told, were friends with the female rap artist who were there last night just trying to support their friend, celebrating her mixtape release party when that shooting unfolded.
No arrest, no motive. Police say it was a drive-by, but sources say it was more than that. Multiple shooters, whispered one officer. It was coordinated, said another. Why target a release party? Why these people? Was Mello the target, or did the bullets have no name? The lounge had a past, shut down once before for violence. Now it's closed again. A sign taped to the door, closed by the order of the superintendent. But closing the door won't close the wound. This was planned, precise, and whoever did it knew exactly what they were doing. They came to celebrate. Instead, they were listed in hospital reports. A woman shot in the mouth, another in the back, a man with bullets in his chest. Some critical, some fair, others barely missed death. 8 survived with wounds, but would never forget what they saw. The sound of friends dying beside them, the silence that followed, and the sickening question, who wanted us dead? Chicago wakes up again, scared. A party became a massacre. A red carpet turned blood red. Police remained tight-lipped. And somewhere out there, the shooters walk free. No answers, only whispers. Until someone talks, until the silence breaks. We're all just waiting for the next echo from the shadows. Alright, y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's the sad story of Mello Buckz's album release party getting shot up, man. RIP to the victims. My condolences go out to the family. Hey, man, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Drillers and trappers, we out here trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!